firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever.
They talk. See, they're going to be great. You got least in the kingdom. You have greatest in the kingdom. The greatest is the ones who taught the right thing, who was at the forefront of righteousness being established in the earth. Because that's what we're doing. The scriptures say the welfare of the wise are the welfare of the world. So what we're doing here is going to save the whole entire planet Earth on the Yahweh sacrifice. This sacrifice we're making is tied to the paradise being set up on Earth. Everybody's complaint in the planet Earth, even ours, it starts with the fact that order ain't established. Order being established is going to lead to the urgency and put it at. They hear about the captivity purpose of it. But the bottom line is, what we're talking about is going to establish the earth back in its right order. Now let's get Romans 11. Read it in the NLT starting at 26.
In Romans 11 and 26 in the NLT, it says, and so all Israel will be saved.
All Israel, go ahead.
As the scriptures say, the one who rescues will come from Jerusalem, and he will turn Israel away from ungodliness.
All Israel will be turned from ungodliness. There's a 2/3 burning forever. We can always say they're ungodly. Go ahead.
And this is my...
Who said that? Nate said that?
Yeah. Nate, basically the argument is that how are they going to do all of this wickedness and still obtain the kingdom? So basically what we're saying today is they're going to receive the kingdom, but it's going to come with and they're going to have to receive it through the first fruits being established.
Right.
They're going to have to receive it through the first resurrection. Those first fruit spirits being established, starting with the 144, the large multitude, then those 2/3 spirit, they have to return through that order.
Right.
They're just not going to be in a leadership position. They're not going to be of the hierarchy of the nation of Israel.
We understand
but they
that.
still get the kingdom.
Yeah.
Not burn forever.
Over the heathen too.
Right. And they're going to be,
The heathen ain't gonna leapfrog the 2/3 in the kingdom, man.
Because how do the heathen get to be there?
Yeah.
And to see all of this beauty, but the 2/3 can't.
Well, we understand, brother. The 501c3 charter. The 501c3 charter. You see?
Because where is that coming from?
I told you. I just told you. The 501c3 charter. You motherfucker, Nate. And then he said, I watch everything. He told me to my face, I watch every video y'all do. Man, see, and you know what, man? I did a video like 2 weeks ago, kind of, I don't remember the name of the fucking video, but I did a video like 2 weeks ago, kind of pulling for the dude. Because, I know the motherfucker. I got a history with him. I got love for the dude. But then see, when shit like this, when I'm hearing this, it puts that anger back in me. You know what I mean, bro? Because motherfucker, we came up together.
Yeah, that was never, when we came in, that wasn't taught. Hell wasn't taught.
Right.
Nate wasn't teaching.
Yahshua one body, listen, man, stop it. Forget about me and the other apostles, and you know better. You and Ariana and Yatzazak, but how long y'all been in the truth? Almost 20 years, right?
17.
Almost 20 years. Y'all been around long enough. Y'all been around long enough. When y'all first was listening to us, right? And Nate and them guys were kind of around. Y'all knew about them.
When we first came in, they were teaching pretty much, bro. They were kind of even bubble-eyed. They were on point.
Yep.
They were going like...
You remember, right?
I remember it. Like they were teaching, it was like we can learn from all. But the apostles separated themselves, but it was never a hell taught. All of this stuff that started being taught after the 1,000 years, the heathen, none of these things were taught back then. All of a sudden, the 2/3 burn forever.
Yeah.
It's waxing worse and worse.
The heathen gonna be able to rule after the 1,000 years in the kingdom. The heathen gonna rule.
Yeah.
Like, where is this stuff coming from?
See, this is why I want you to say this on camera.
Right.
Because I want it to be known amongst the young brothers and on camera. I want it out there. The elders Elder Yashua, you know, certain guys that ain't here no more, fuck them. They was around too. I'm talking about the elders that are on deck. Yashua, Ariala, Yatazak, even Elder Bunsapad, the elder, you know, Yakakai, you've been around long enough. Chicago, the elders, you know, like Uriah, Yapia, right. Elder, of course, the elder Malcolm, my other man, Karab, the elder Karab, the humble brother. You wouldn't even know he's like one of the top guys. He's so goddamn humble, and you know what I mean. Y'all know what I'm talking about, Elder Karab, so on and so forth. Mawatazab, you know, California, Gadawan, all you top brothers in GMS, you elders of all the different GMS camps. Y'all been around us for almost goddamn 20 years. When y'all was first coming in listening to us on YouTube, like the Elder Yashua just said, that's, and you remember, at that point it wasn't even really no beef.
Right, it was kind of like everybody was just teaching. It wasn't no, we didn't know y'all were mad at this camp.
Yes.
It just was like watching everybody.
We didn't tell y'all that yet. Right. Until y'all came to New York and actually met us, and then we kind of, when we actually met y'all in person, you know, when y'all came up to New York, when y'all set up in the Pondy and actually hung out with us and shit, then that's when y'all got, that was y'all initiation. Right. Then we let y'all in on certain secrets and history and brother, well, you know this.
We started to see also that they started to change.
God.
These different dudes, they just, as it went on, it was just like, what's going on here?
God.
Until the point now where there's a big thing in Israel that like there's going to be a portion of Israel that's just going to burn forever, and they're adamant about it.
But that's wicked.
It's like, damn.
That's wicked. The Bible says in the end, all Israel shall be saved.
That's what we,
all Israel gonna make it. As much as we hate them now,
right.
In the kingdom, we're gonna love them again.
But they just gonna come in their order.
Yes, sir.
They don't come in on that. They're not gonna be beamed up.
No.
They're not gonna be a part of the family who sips wine with Yahweh.
Hey, but Moses couldn't see as Moses, he couldn't see the promised land. The Lord said, oh, you can look, see, nigga.
So does that mean forever?
Exactly. Right. But he got to see the promised land anyway. And the Most High knew Moses was going to see it.
Right.
He said, well, you're going to die.
Well, even think about this. King Saul, as wicked as he was, he go eventually, you mean to tell me he just burned forever?
No, man.
His nephew David told his nephew, you're going to sit at my table and eat. So King Saul just never gets to return eventually through that line.
I got one for you, Judas Iscariot.
Judas Iscariot.
Judas Iscariot
he felt bad. But you mean to tell me he'll burn forever?
Nope. Well, I'll tell you, brother, something, and I didn't, this ain't my, Apostle Gabar said this. Apostle Gabar said this, oh my God, years ago. Apostle Gabar said, first of all, look, man, okay, Judas Iscariot is more righteous than any woman.
Well, the scriptures say that is serious. They say the churlishness of a man is better than the beauty, the niceness of a man.
So Apostle Gabar said that. That was something he's always uses.
Right.
Okay, so even Judas Iscariot, he's an Israelite.
Right. Right. Now, amongst that original order, he'll never, that's blotted out for him. It's blotted out. It's blotted out for him. He'll never receive of that. Now, please, let's read Romans 11. To get through that. Then,
I was in verse 27.
Right. Because the scriptures talk about your name being blotted out in the book of life. That doesn't mean you're just perpetually cast off. You're just not a part of that first fruit body. Go ahead.
Romans 11:27 in the NLT. It says, and this is my covenant with them, that I will take away their sins. Many of the people of Israel are now enemies of the good news, and this benefits you Gentiles.
See, this benefited the Gentiles back then. That many of the circumcision didn't accept of Yahweh Shai. It benefited the Gentiles because the tree had to live. Right. So a lot of those branches were broken off of those Jews who didn't follow Yahweh Shai. But what the Lord did was he took an uncultivated branch, the wild olive tree, and grafted that onto the tree because they were justified, the Gentiles, by faith. And that's ultimately what the Lord wanted us to, as the seed of Israel, he wanted us to have faith. He wanted us to believe to get it. And that's what this thing is all about. He wanted us, he didn't want to just give it to us. He wanted us to literally believe it, have faith to get it. And that's what the Gentiles represented, those who were rich in faith. That was the bulk of the first fruits being restored, was through those Gentiles.
Yeah.
Because the Lord gathered amongst the circumcision. He gathered Peter, the 12, and there was others who followed. But eventually it was opened up to the Gentiles who were going to be justified by faith. All right? And that's how the tree lives. Those branches were all broken off, but the tree still lives through the Lord grafted on the wild olive tree, the Gentiles. And that's us too. Go ahead.
The last part of verse 28, it says, yet there are still the people he loves because he chose
Start
them.
off, read 27 and then read into 28.
Okay. Romans 11 and 27 in the NLT, it says, and this is my covenant with them, that I will take away their sins. Many of the people of Israel are now enemies of the good news, and this benefits you Gentiles.
This benefits you that they're enemies. It benefits the elect that you have a 2/3. Go ahead.
Yet they are still the people he loves because he chose their ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
So they're enemies, but they're still beloved.
They're still
They're
Israelites.
still Israelites.
You can't fucking not be an Israelite
Right.
if you are Israelite.
If your spirit is right.
That scripture, read that again. Can you read that again?
Absolutely.
Okay, verse 27.
That, are you reading that in the NLT?
I'm reading it in the NLT. Yep, NLT. Romans 11 and 28 in the NLT, it says, many of the people of Israel are now enemies of the good news, and this benefits you Gentiles. Yet they are still...
Yeah, many dudes that are all up into the priesthood and the law, and them niggas ain't even keeping the laws.
Right.
And when Yahweh Shah was in the scene, he cursed them out. Them Pharisees, you got the law, and then he started writing on the ground. Right? He started writing on the ground. And them niggas ran off.
In order.
But you know what? In the spirit, Yahweh Shah was writing their sins.
That was the branches that was broken off.
Yeah.
Those were the first fruits who didn't want to accept the
Because this is what he was writing. So what you think Yahweh Shah was doing? He was just, he was writing graffiti.
Right.
No, he was writing some shit. Like, he was like, yeah, okay, Senator Caiaphas, High Priest Caiaphas, you committed adultery last week with this woman. He was writing them niggas. He was writing this shit.
Big time bad.
You did this, you did that, you did that, you did this. That's why they ran off.
Right, but Caiaphas never will get the kingdom.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? So he was writing this shit. Then he looked at Mary Magdalene, woman who accuseth thee.
Right.
Neither do I. Go your way and sin no more. Right? Yahweh Shah forgave her. Because he had the power to do so. Because that's Yahweh Shah.
That's right.
The creator. You understand? Pursuant to St. John, the 1st chapter. So, that's that. See? But read that.
Romans 11 and 28 in the NLT, it says, many of the people of Israel are now enemies of the good news.
Phonies, hypocrites.
Right.
Hypocrites. Go ahead.
And this benefits you Gentiles.
Oh, like the Sakari niggas, remember? They love to get on us, right? We exposing niggas, right? Right? Remember that shit? There was the top exposers, right? But then you niggas got exposed, having a titty bar Passover. Right? You're having a titty bar Passover. See?
So yeah.
See? But you niggas, them niggas talk about the law.
Right. They had to be like that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Many of them are enemies of the cross.
Con.
You see what I'm saying? But this benefits those of you who believe.
Con.
2/3 being in their lot benefits the elect. We need them niggas to be them niggas.
Con.
So that we can then be justified a part of that batch that's justified.
Beautiful. See, last night, this started last night
Right.
at the camp. So the Lord wants this spirit to get out here, man. Go ahead, man. Yadakai, man.
It says, yet there are still the people he loves because he chose their ancestors, Abraham.
Their ancestors.
He chose them.
Because they're Israelites.
The Israelites.
Because they were, see, remember, and this goes back, see, oh my goodness. Bro, this goes back to the whole thing, brothers. This opens up a whole nother can of worms that y'all don't even understand. That you brothers don't even understand. We told y'all the stories. The Cornelius thing. Right? The Cornelius councils, oh my goodness. The whole thing.
Right.
The Cornelius council and House of David, they kicked us out. Right? Apostle Gabar stood up there and brought it out, and then they thought he was going to fall on his face, but he didn't. And a lot of them guys saw it, but they were wicked. Right? And then Apostle Gabar, man, this is something that will echo through the Gentiles. This is going to be written in the scriptures in the kingdom.
Everything we do.
Apostle Gabar said, look, you know what? A lot of you guys, man. A lot of you guys, man. A lot of you brothers ain't spiritual, man. A lot of you guys, this is in the house of David, like almost 30 years ago. A lot of you guys, I think every brother gonna come in here looking like Shaft. Right. I was there. And them niggas, oh. He said it. A lot of you guys, you think every brother that's gonna come in here gonna come in here looking like Shaft or Western Snipes. Right. Right?
That was going on back then.
Yeah.
The Jews didn't want to acknowledge that these Gentiles can be justified by faith. They were against the house of the Heavenly Father being built. So you have those same spirit. Everything plays out again.
It plays out again. Ecclesiastes 1:9, and we was in Tazaman. Remember you read that stuff? I told you to get that.
Ecclesiastes 3:15.
You remember from last night. Right. And then when you go to the first chapter, Ecclesiastes 1:9, the thing that has been established. So them dudes are tripping. Right?
Everybody's back in their lot.
Everybody back in their lot. So that was all history. Because we the same spirits. Don't y'all understand that?
Right.
Y'all sitting here in this fucking room right now. This already happened before. We all know each other, man.
Family reunion.
This is a family reunion. Why do you think we so cool? You brother, we from different. Not all of us in here is from Texas.
Right.
A few brothers in this room might actually be born and raised in. I would dare say maybe the majority of us in here are not from Texas. Like,
I'm not.
Like, no, come on, man. Like, me personally, I know the brothers that's from Texas in here.
And think about this, it even goes further back than being born here.
Good.
It goes back to the first body,
Good.
first group spirits, ultimately being gathered back together. So when we get back, when we being done, that's gonna be like we gonna all remember. Oh shit, we gonna know beyond just meeting here.
Good.
It's gonna be predicated upon us in the very beginning being those Alahayim.
God.
That's the resurrection, brother. That's what being resurrected, this resurrection means.
Yeah.
That family being brought back as one. And it starts here because we're doing it through the word. But when we're fully beamed up, the purpose is that family is back. That family that we read about in the beginning created the heaven and the earth. Under Yahweh Shai, being back together.
St. John.
Not every Israelite that's on the earth is a part of that body. Go ahead.
This is Hebrews 12:22, and I'm reading it in the NLT. Yeah, NLT, you said?
No, I had that verse.
And then we got to keep reading Romans 11.
Yes.
Sure. It says, "No, you have come to Mount Zion, to the city of the living God, the heavenly Jerusalem,
Heavenly Jerusalem.
and to countless angels, Salakia, and to countless thousands of angels in a joyful gathering. You have come to the assembly of God's firstborn children," the assembly,
Firstborn.
"whose names are written in heaven.
Boom.
You have come to the Most High Himself, who is the judge over all things. You have come to the spirits of the righteous ones in heaven, who have now been made perfect." So going into that assembly, what you're talking about, you know, when you read that in the KJV, it calls us being the church of the firstborn.
There you go.
You know, you brought out the scripture, if I may, earlier you brought out that scripture in Numbers going into the law of the firstborn and such. And how, you know, every man that opened up the matrix, whether it was a man or a child, had to be given to the priest. Well, now, collectively, as a unit of people through the Spirit, that's what that represented. You know, this spiritual enactment right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why after when Yahushua ascended to the right hand side in Acts the first chapter, it was during the time of Pentecost, which is the feast of first fruits. You know, that's where the heaviness of the feast of first fruits comes in. You know,
That's right.
Right. So the first fruit spirit being gathered, you know. Here we have a big
Back in Romans 11 and 29 in the NLT, it says, "For the Most High's gifts and His call can never be withdrawn."
Right. So the Lord has ordained every Israelite to be righteous. All right. He ain't gonna take that. He ain't gonna repent on that.
Right.
It's just that everything happens in its order, as we've been going into. You have the first fruits, the first dominion. All right. But the rest of Israel will come back to perfection as well. Go ahead.
It says, "Once you Gentiles were rebels against the Most High, but when the people of Israel rebelled against Him, the Most High was merciful to you instead. Now they are the rebels, and the Most High's mercy has come to you so that they too will share in the Most High's mercy."
See, the mercy has come to you so that they can share. Those who rejected Yahushua, even had him offered up to be crucified. They themselves will partake of the mercy through your mercy. So through the first fruits being established, all Israel, first Yahushua, who is the first fruit. Then the first fruit spirits, through them being established, that's how the 2/3 will receive mercy. Through that order. They're going to be the children of the large multitude, I'll say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The children, they're going to return through the large multitude, because the large multitude, they get their inheritance under the 144.
You know what that means? That's why the Lord said, pleasures everlasting in the kingdom for the elect.
Right.
The brothers who are of the 144 that naked, you gonna have women, and the Lord gonna have, you got women reserved for brothers, man.
We'll have territories.
And you know what that's gonna mean too? Apostle Nabar is the way to say this, Apostle Tahar, it's gonna be in the kingdom, it's gonna be a block of sex.
Yeah.
You brothers worry about sex now, don't worry about sex now. If you ain't getting no pussy now, cool.
Well, it's a commandment to be what? Fruitful and multiply. That's the first. That's one of the first commandments.
So you see these brothers that actually get delivered on the first ticket, woo! Pussy is just gonna be something you gonna get tired of. Well, you ain't gonna get tired of it, but
It's just going to be a part of existence.
yes.
Rather than wow.
right?
You know what I'm saying? It's just a part of being a man.
Because we gotta bring back the 2/3.
They got to come back.
The ones of us that make it. Brother, you gotta bring back a whole nation.
Right.
You dig? Because a lot of Israelites are gonna die. This is a pie. The majority of the pie is gonna get thrown in the garbage.
Yeah.
Israel gotta go, but they still gonna be saved. And that was something that we was taught in One West. So I don't know what these guys are talking about. What are they talking about? See, but we're the traitors, right? GMS. We tripping. We teaching you brothers wrong.
We went backwards.
We went backwards. But y'all know better, man. Y'all know better. Y'all know we ain't lying to you, brothers.
See it.
Because you brothers ain't stupid. Y'all do your research. Y'all know the scriptures, man. Okay? You brothers, man. Brothers in GMS I'm talking about. They the ones pulling up old videos of High Priest Yaquab teaching. King Ma, our elders that taught us. Oh, dude, y'all can pull it up. It's accessible, man. You can pull up old videos of King Mashab, High Priest Yaquab. And y'all watch the videos, y'all seen it, right? Y'all seen it, right? Whichever ones of y'all have seen it. And you'll see that what those elders were teaching, we taught y'all. We teaching the same shit. You know what I mean? There might be certain things, certain revelations like the Cornelius thing, and certain things that, you know, the Lord tightened up. But other than that, man, we teach them what they taught us, man.
Right, and all Israel is going to eventually. Somebody get that. Seed of Israel.
Wow.
The whole seed of Israel will be justified. What's that in Isaiah?
Okay, I got you right here. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 45 and verse 25.
In the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, shall all the seed of Israel be justified.
All the seed of Israel, but it goes to an order as we've been going through in this lesson. There's a way. The whole lump being holy starts with the first fruits being holy. Go ahead.
It says from the top, in the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua shall all the seed of Israel be justified and shall glory.
Right. And it starts with the first fruit. Now let's end it off on 2nd Ezra, the 2nd chapter. This is some more in Romans. That last verse and then read to the next verse.
Romans LT, it says, for the Most High hath imprisoned everyone in disobedience, so he could have mercy on everyone.
Right. Boom.
Man, come on.
See, all the nation of Israel at some point went off. Yep. So that, so he's going to have mercy upon all, but it starts with the first fruits. You know, and the first fruits are going to be justified by their faith, their belief in the unseen. That's how the Lord wanted us to receive the kingdom, through that belief and faith. You know, that's why he brought us here. Now let's get 2nd Ezra, the 2nd chapter, maybe start at.
He read earlier to be an Israelite. You can't not make this up. Just like you can't make it. If you're not an Israelite, you can't. Well, yo, maybe I can slide in there somewhere. You can't.
It's all bound by the Spirit. The Lord chose the spirits that's going to be Israelites, the spirits that's going to be Moabites, the spirit that's going to be Esau.
Yeah.
All of that was chosen from the beginning.
Yeah. If you are not an Israelite to the seed of your father, there's no way you can't buy your way into it. Like, yo, I give you like $1 million, can I become an Israelite, Lord? The Lord don't care about your money. Man, you just better hope you an Israelite. Now, if you are an Israelite, as wicked and evil as you are, in the end, when the kingdom is established, you're going to be okay. That's it. As much as we hate the 2/3 now, bro, I hate these motherfuckers. I really hate them. I hate them. But in the kingdom, I'll love them again. Okay? Like, what is there to love about a fucking faggot? Right?
Man.
What is there to love about somebody like that?
Right. They were chosen to be on the negative.
And I thought about that.
Yeah.
I thought about that. Today, I'm on the treadmill, and some faggot nigga, he got in the treadmill in front of me. That's Satan. Satan trying to break my focus. But you know what? I prayed to Yahweh and just zoned that shit out. You know? But that's his life. What the Elder Yashawama just said, in other words, brother, I'm trying to be more spiritual.
Yeah, because that brings the comfort. Because we already in hell.
Yeah.
You don't want to bring more hell on yourself.
Yeah.
Because we got the truth now. So you have to use the comforter. As we see Jake being wicked, even these different doctrines, it's really all tied to the fact that these niggas gotta be niggas.
Yeah. You know what, bro? Oh man, you don't even know.
Yeah.
That happened to bro. Like I'm telling the story.
Yeah.
Today when I went to the gym, I was on the treadmill. You know how the gym is set up, and there was like this was right. There was some weird old nigga with dreadlock. He got in the truck and he had to tight and he in front of me. And then like my initial, I was like wanted to get, but at that point I was already almost done with my 4 miles. But I said, you know what? I went in the spirit and said, fuck this. This ain't nothing but Satan.
Right.
And I went in the spirit and zoned him out. Right. And Elder, what we talking about now, pretty much I kind of implement.
You have to, because you'll drive yourself crazy.
Yes.
When you start, you know, certain things you see, the wicked, we look at these things, rejoice too, because they gotta be these people gotta be. So it's like, there is a part of you who get mad at it, but then you also, this is the will of the Lord being fulfilled. It's better these niggas than us. There's only a certain amount of power that should have over you at this point.
God, your energy.
Your energy.
Yeah.
At this point in the game, what we've been given, you should lean more towards comfort. the comfort aspect of what we've been given and what you're witnessing, what you're seeing, you apply prophecy. This really fulfills prophecy. So though you have a fleshly agitation, the spirit aspect comforts you through the hell. So we got to start applying everything we see to the will of the Lord. What it fulfills. As well, too.
And y'all just remember, like in Revelation 12:12, when it said, "Rejoice, ye heavens," that's talking about the elect.
The elect is the heaven.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, now let's get 2 Ezra 2 and maybe 38, and we'll read down and we can end it off.
I got it right here. This is 2 Ezra chapter 2, verse 38. And it says, "Arise and stand. Behold, the number of those that be sealed in the feast of the Lord."
See, those who got a ticket to the feast, 2/3 ain't gonna be at the feast. They gonna come back in, but they ain't gonna be at that original marriage, you know? Go ahead.
Verse 39. "Which are departed from the shadow of the world, O Zion.
And what's the glorious garments? The new bodies. Go ahead.
Take thy number, O Zion, and shut up those in thine Salakia, and shut up those of thine that are clothed in white, which have fulfilled the law